Hello guys, welcome to our channel once again. Man, I've so much missed talking about Love Marriage Huntsville because I have been so down since all these days that I've not really got to, talk about the things that have been happening on the street of Love Marriage Huntsville. But before we go ahead, don't forget to like and comment on our videos. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're not subscribed, click on the subscription button to get subscribed. Like and comment as usual on our videos. Now to go into the real issue of today's topic, we're going to be talking about Miss Wanda, or some of you like to call her Uncle Wanda. She literally has been going off on YouTube. I was on my sick bed and I was literally watching all her YouTube lives. And it's there were a lot of things that came into my mind, and I'm gonna talk about those things. And I don't know if most of you literally did watch the YouTube live, but I did watch the two YouTube live. The first one she did, she was coming in hot, talking, ranting. And I kept on asking myself, is this lady, does she know what she's doing? Like, I see that from younger people that will just go online and start ranting because they are young and they don't know how life is supposed to be about or what life is supposed to be about. But somebody that is advanced, you've literally had children, you have children, you have grandchildren, and you are going online ranting, not caring about the world, not caring the fact that those children might actually end up seeing these things, not caring that your children will see this, your grandchildren might see this, no care in the world. That is what absolutely offs me in this situation. Because if I do have a mom, I'm serious here. If I do have a mom and she's literally going online talking the way Miss Wanda has been, I would be embarrassed. I would be embarrassed and I will call her to order. I don't know what kids she has. I don't know how close her and her kids have, and how her and her kids are close. But the fact still remains, you just don't watch her behave the way she behaves on social media. I don't care what, I'm coming from the fact that I don't care what she has to say, whether she's right or wrong. This is not a matter of right or wrong. It's I always say this. You might be right in a matter, you might be truthful in a matter, but it's your manner of approach. It's the manner at which you put your message across that determines. There's a way you put your message across. A lot of people will look at you and be like, "What is this person saying?" But there's a manner and approach you say what your thought is, and people will literally respect what you have to say. And the manner at which Wanda is putting across whatever she has to say, I don't feel that that is the right manner she should be doing. Now, we watched the first live where she was coming for Kiki, where she literally says she did disowns Kiki as a family member, calling Kiki names, how Kiki is going to the bloggers to say some kind of things, to gain sympathy, literally called out Kiki in the worst way ever. Now, I would say something that, why did she have to call Kiki? To prove your point, you don't have to call out somebody else. The way she has been calling out Kiki has been disturbing to me. And the fact that I know that few weeks before, she has been calling out Melody when she did not even need to call Melody, when Melody didn't even mention her name, when Melody didn't even talk about her, she has been calling Melody out. That got me thinking, this calling out she's doing, what is her motive doing this calling out? What motive does she have calling out, saying all these things about Kiki? For me, I feel like the motive is simple. She is trying to buy her way back into Love and Marriage Huntsville cast. She's trying to buy her way back into being a cast of Love and Marriage Huntsville. I feel like she tried to attack Melody, coming from Melody's character, every time she's always going to support Arion, every time trying to support Martell, always coming every time to say, I have the truth of the matter, I know the real gist about what's going on. I felt from the beginning that she was trying to make people like her a lot, or feel like people maybe people will feel like this lady literally have a lot of things to say. Let us bring her back to the show, and we will love that. I feel like all this is a ploy to come back into the show because the timing is very perfect. 2 weeks ago, she was coming for Melody, and when she saw that nobody is literally sending her, because people were like, why are you coming for Melody when your own children's life, when you have Latisha's life, like not in organization, you have Masao misbehaving and they're literally lying about their businesses and or whatnot. I think she had a reorganization in her head and be like, okay, fine. I don't think I want to be coming for Melody because I've been doing it for a long while. It hasn't favored me. Let me go another route. And the route you should go to is to talk about family. And where I even feel like this is more offensive or more annoying is the fact that you are calling this is what you call family. If you cannot stand down by your family, then you cannot stand by anybody. If you cannot be loyal to your family, you absolutely can't be loyal to anybody. They say charity begins at home. If and in your own home, in your own family, you cannot stand and support and be there for your own family, literally, you can't do that for an outsider. You can't do that for a stranger. That is where me I stand for. Because the way Miss Wanda has been coming for Kiki, and Kiki on her own, there was this interview she did. If you want to watch the interview, you should go to Nola Reed's. You go to Nola Reed's YouTube channel. The full interview is there on her channel. You can literally go and hear everything Kiki had to say. But me, I'm just going to be giving my own opinion about the interview. Now, this interview she had with Nola Reed, I'm going to say something. It was like Kiki was just saying too much. And I'm like, why are you backtracking? You were on the show supporting Latisha going against Tiffany, and now you are like, okay, I know Tiffany has an issue with you. I know Tiffany has a problem with you, but now you are just like saying that, oh, things are just not going the way you want. Me and Latisha are no longer close. Like, don't be on the show and represent something else. Then come in reality and represent something else. We cannot believe that because it's called a reality TV show for a reason. If I should be watching it as show, I should believe that what I am seeing on my TV is literally what is being represented in real life. So if you are not close to Kick and Latisha that much, why are you guys giving us a representation on TV that you are very close? That is upsetting. Literally upsetting. I don't understand why that should be. You're on TV, you are telling us you are close to Latisha, literally gossiping about Tiffany, talking trash about Tiffany, but you are saying that you and her are not close again. What am I going to believe? And now you are saying you guys are not close, and now you're coming for her. And the fact that Miss Wanda came for Kiki in a harsh way, that Kiki's father has to come and defend Kiki and said some kind of things about Miss Wanda, about how she was always jealous of her, of him, how she was always pitting. We already knew that part where she was always putting Latisha against Kiki, how she has inferiority complex. I'm like, you guys don't know. You might, I put it in this way that God has a way of fighting someone's battle. And I feel like God is fighting Miss Melody's battle because you are here by yourself, by your own hands, disgracing your own self and your family. You are literally disgracing yourself and your family, not standing by your family, because the things that Kiki's father had to say about Miss Wanda, who is her brother, were not good. Literally calling her that she was insecure and she has so much insecurity about herself, and calling her all sorts of names. Calling her serious all sorts of names. Then she coming back on YouTube doing another YouTube live, trying to like rectify everything that was talking about how Kiki's father was lying. She even called, like, I was like, what the hell is going on here? She had her brother, one of her brothers on phone. She had her cousin in the building. She had another of her sister on phone, and they were talking. Although we couldn't hear that, we couldn't hear what they were saying on YouTube because she didn't put speakers on the phone call. But when like that she was like, yeah, that's me. I'm like, she was like, oh, how many cars do I have out there? 3 cars. I'm like, that speaks insecurities. I don't care how many cars you have. That actually shows me literally, truthfully, how insecure you are. But they're saying, oh, I have 3 cars, showing us a certificate. I do have my certificate. My certificate. Now she understands how it feels like for someone to go on a rant, talk things about you that you don't like, and having to come and defend yourself. Because they say, don't dish what you cannot give. And Miss Wanda is very good at dishing things that she cannot give. Now she's upset that they called her out. Her own brother called her out, and she's coming and talking about, oh, these. But every day she calls out Melody. Every day she calls out Melody. They always say, they have this saying, they say, make sure you pluck out the stone that is in your eyes before you pluck out the stone in somebody else's eyes. Because your family is in disarray and you're busy concerned about Melody and her family and how Melody treats her family or how Melody decides to run her family when your own family is in shambles. You are literally, you guys, family that everybody, at that time when all of them were talking on the phone, I kept asking myself, is there nobody on the phone or in reality, even the cousin that was there in present couldn't say, what the hell are we doing here? What is this nonsense that we are? What is this? What is going on? That we came on YouTube, a public platform, and we're literally on phone with each other and we're talking shit about each other. And at the end of the day, we call ourselves family. We're not even talking about extended family, we're talking about brother and sister. I literally can't be able to sell my brother or my sister out. No matter what my brother or my sister does, I will stand by them, at least in public. Then I can rebuke them in private. But for you to be calling yourself out in public like that, no decency, no matter of, oh, for once, I think that I'm wrong. I think we're overreaching. I think we're really not making good sense of this. All your brothers and sisters and cousins, all of them were on phone, and you were busy talking about airing the dirty laundry of your family. What my question was, what was Wanda's chain of thought? What did she think she was going to achieve by doing that? Were people going to like her more? Are people going to say, oh, she's a better person for that? Literally, no. Nobody is going to like you more. Instead, everybody will be looking like, so the family is very dysfunctional. You know, a dysfunctional family. What else can you expect from people that come from dysfunctional family like that? I drew my own conclusion that if I was from that kind of family that everybody is beefing one person, brother and sisters are beefing, of course, the children of the brothers and sisters will be beefing themselves. If my mom and her brother or her sister were beefing each other, it is normal that my mom will expect me to also be in competition and beef the children of that person she's not friends with, or she's also beefing. That is the normal thing in life. And so if in between the family, in the family, there's beef and there's issues and there's quarrels, of course Tisha will be in competition with Kiki. Of course Kiki will see that she has to be in competition with Latisha. It's very dysfunctional. And the fact that they aired their own dirty laundry by themselves, nobody else, by themselves on national TV, sorry, on public platform, was the most disgraceful thing that I've ever seen. You try to be wiser. That's what happens when your mouth runs too much. When your mouth runs too much, when your mouth is just too open, when your mouth is just over there too loud, sometimes you don't tend to realize when you've talked or talked about things you're not supposed to talk about. And sometimes you don't even know things you're not supposed to talk about in public. But you see all these things that is going on. I will say it like I said it in the beginning of when I started. I said, I feel like this is just a ploy because all of a sudden we are just all this is happening. I feel it's just a ploy for Miss Wanda to get back into Love and Marriage Huntsville. Because everybody will be like, okay, I want to hear the full gist. I want to see the full gist. I want to feel the full gist. Please put out back on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Please let's not hope for that because at the end of the day, by the time we put them back on, we'll just be like, how did he die? The story will just go dead, deader than dead, drier than dry. You will not see anything happen. That I am sure of. If we should decide that we want to see Miss Wanda come back on Love and Marriage Huntsville, which I feel like that is what she's aiming for, which I feel that that's what she's aiming for, we will never see the end of it. And I feel like I don't think people should, or we, the fans of Love and Marriage Huntsville, I don't think we should be giving her the airtime. Because she realizes the more we give her the airtime, the more she just says, okay, fine, let me listen to what you guys have to say. Oh, let me give you guys more, let me give you guys more. Even things she's not supposed to talk about. It's because everybody, she realized that everybody wants to hear her ranting. She was always talking about then, I want to talk about Melody. I have the full gist about Melody, even when she didn't have nothing. Even when she had nothing to say. But because she knows that everybody will run ahead and say, oh, she says she has to gist. Miss Wanda says she has gist. Let's all run to her channel. Let's all run to wherever she wants to, whatever platform she wants to upload it. Let's go there. The moment we stop, I feel like we the fans are the ones giving these people the power to do or say what they want to say. The moment we take a chill pill, stop talking about or listening like anything irrelevant, we should we should stop giving them airtime about all these irrelevant things. Because now on the show, Latisha is literally lying about her business, but online we are seeing a lot of things going on, but they will never bring it up. That's why I say that anything involving the Scots, involving Latisha or her mom, they will just do drama, do action film, then they get on the show, nothing will come out of it. It will just go dead, dry, off, gone. So let's stop giving them airtime. And let's not give them the assurance that we might want them. Because I saw a lot of people saying, some people in the comment section when Miss Wanda was having the YouTube live, saying, oh, we miss you on Love and Marriage Huntsville. When will you come back? I don't want to see her on my screen. She is somebody that doesn't know when to keep quiet. She doesn't know when she has overstepped her boundaries. She doesn't know when it's time to say, I should shut up at this time. That is absolutely who Miss Wanda is. So I literally want to have somebody that doesn't know when to say, okay, it's time for me to end. It's time for me to keep quiet. I wouldn't want to have that. So I'll just conclude with this. Let's stop giving them airtime. Let's stop giving them that, we are all clamoring and wanting to hear what they have to say, giving them a piece of our time. The moment the moment to start ignoring them and make them, if there's anything they want to show us, let them show us on the show. Let them stop lying to us on the reality TV show. Let us stop finding about things from social media or people going to investigate. Let them give us their life story on the show like it's supposed to be. That's just what just want to say. Well, before we go, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like and comment. Like I said, you guys, I thank you guys so much for watching our videos and also liking on our channel. But you guys should please try to comment on our videos. If there's anything you have like say or your thoughts or your own opinions, or if your opinions is even different from my opinion, you're free to put it on the comment section. Put it on your comment section and I will surely reply on them. Or if there's something we need to talk about, we also talk about them in another video. And I'll see you guys next time.